If you guys are looking to buy or sell any of your coins on FIFA 23 Ultimate Team, go ahead and check out u4gm.com for a reliable spot to do so using code ELYTE, ELYYT, for 5% off your order. Path to Glory is going to be the first card that we see within the World Cup promo in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. It's going to be a dynamic card. We've seen Path to Glory before, back when Acuna and Verratti had those really cracked green cards towards the end of the FIFA. They were some of the best cards in the game, and some of these cards have potential to be the best cards in the game as well. Here's a concept that Foot Mentor tweeted out, where at event launch, they get a +1 already to make them desirable, to make them a little bit better than their gold card, as opposed to what we saw with the OTWs. And then after 3 wins, they get an upgrade, 4 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins. I think more likely what we're going to see is after they get out of the group stage, they'll get an upgrade. And then from then on out, every single win they have, they'll get another upgrade. So that's probably what it's going to look like. And well, if the cards like Benzema and they end up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades on their card, it's going to be a pretty solid card in the game. Even if it's lower rated, like 81 rated to start, the first upgrade would go to 84, the second to 86, and then 87, 88, 89. It could end up being a very, very valuable card. So these dynamic cards always really do well out of packs. So we'll be looking at all of that in terms of trading as we move forward. But this announcement ended up making the market drop pretty significantly overall in the last 24 hours. Now, as you guys can see here, I've been capitalizing mostly on Correa's inform and then Laporte as well. So I've got a ton of Correa, and unfortunately, I wasn't home. He actually did have a peak in price. He did hit a low point earlier today. I got him for 49K, 48K, 50K, 50K, 49K. And I'm still making profit, but I could have made more if I sold earlier. And it seems like the servers are going down soon, unfortunately, which means that we're probably going to end up getting kicked off the servers at any point here sometime soon. I'm not exactly sure when. It's supposed to actually happen in 2 minutes. I'm not sure if they're going to be right on time with that or not. Hopefully not, because I need to record this video before the servers go down, or else I'm going to be up till 7 a.m. editing. Nonetheless, the market did go down pretty significantly. And if we take a look at the FUTBIN tracker here, we can see just that. And that's actually how I found the Correa. If you scroll down here, Angel Correa, he was about 67K before the crash, and he was hovering for the last couple of days between 60,000 coins and 67K. So that was his peak. And then I saw him drop all the way down to about 52,000 coins. He was actually a little bit lower than that, as you guys saw from the cards I already bought. And I tweeted out on my Twitter, I said, this card is very meta, it's used a lot, and this is just an insane crash for just 3 hours. I think there's going to be a rebound, and that's exactly what ended up happening. He went back up, I think 58K was the peak, 56.5 you could sell comfortably, and as you can see, he's kind of tapering off a little bit lower right now, so I probably should sell these cards before I get kicked off the market, but if I get kicked off, it is what it is. If I don't end up making profit on it, whatever. We ended up making absolute bank on the other informs, which was Bentancur the other day. So you know what? Coins are flowing with the informs. They've been the most reliable way to make coins in the last week, and honestly, they've been reliable since the beginning of the game. I've absolutely loved trading with informs. But now that we're getting closer to the World Cup promo, and they're starting to drop more and more content based around the World Cup, and the official promo should drop on Friday, we're going to see a lot of meta cards getting dumped onto the market, and we could see another big market crash with that. Maybe it's not a permanent crash. Maybe it just is a panic sell as new cards get released, as World Cup comes around. But there aren't too many promos more hype than a World Cup promo. I mean, it only happens every 4 years. And even myself, I'm pretty liquid. I've got 1.7 mil. I do have like 3.4 mil total, so I'm only about halfway liquid. But the only cards I do have right now are short-term investments with Laporte. Of course, he went up with the hero pack today. And then I've also got those Correas who I'm just getting because of a nice little rebound. So that's where all my coins are at. I'm not holding on to anything too valuable. I'm not holding on to any gold Van Dijk or any gold Erling Haaland or any gold anything other than SBC fodder because it's just too volatile and it's subject to a big crash if they end up pulling off this promo big time. And I think they will because EA have been hyping up this promo for a couple weeks now. They sent content creators to London to film a capture event just for this update. So I don't think that they're going to take it very lightly at all. I think they're going to go all out for this promo. And I want to be prepared. I want to be liquid for when that happens. The next thing we've got to talk about today, guys, is the fact that the hero cards are going to be coming in just 2 days now. It is the 9th of November. They come out at the latest of 11th of November on Friday. And that makes sense because it's just going to add to the hype of the World Cup promo. All of these FUT hero cards are going to be released. We're going to get a guaranteed player pack for everybody that pre-ordered FIFA 23. It was one of the things that you got for that pre-order bonus that a lot of people probably forgot about, but no, it is here. It's the final thing I think you'll receive for the pre-order. And these cards are absolutely cracked. I mean, every single one of these is usable. People will be building their teams around them possibly, although hero cards do fit well on full chemistry as it is. So maybe they'll just slap it into their team. But what we're going to see is a lot of people grabbing their player that they get out of the FUT hero pack, putting into their team, and whatever player's in that position, they're going to sell. They're going to get rid of. So if they end up packing a Lucio, a center back, then boom, whatever card they have at center back at that time is going to get dropped. If they pack a Diego Forlan, you can bet that whatever they have at striker is getting dropped. Even if it's an Mbappe, most people will probably sell that Mbappe, take the coins, and still have an untradeable beast at striker. The only card that you really want to stay away from is going to be the card that's packed by most people. It's Peter Crouch, and the card is absolutely butt cheeks. I mean, 78 pace with no real redeeming qualities. We don't know the skill moves in weak foot, but I just do not see a world where Peter Crouch has 5-star skill moves. It's just not going to happen. You don't want Peter Crouch, but anything else, even some of the 87s, they're usable. Guvo, Park Ji-sung, Dirk Kuyt at 88 rated. They're all really good cards, so I'm excited for this pack, although, let's be real, with my pack luck recently, I am going to pack Peter Crouch. In fact, I've actually started saving up some packs for the World Cup promo. Today, I am going to open my premium Team of the Week pack because we already have a leak for the first Team of the Week player. Oh no, we got kicked off the servers already, and that means I can't sell my Inform Correa for another 2 hours. That is devastating. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I should have been bidding on cards. Now that I think about it, I should have been bidding on these cards so that I could hopefully get them while nobody can get on the market. That's a trick that I've always used, but when the market went down, or when the servers went down a couple weeks ago, I tried it and it did not work. There was so much competition. I wonder if that is still the case. Anyways, guys, we have been confirmed that Mohamed Salah, and you guys did see him on the thumbnail, he is going to be in this Team of the Week. He's going to be one of the more featured cards. I think he'll probably be the highest rated card in this promo, and he's going to be 92 rated at right wing this time. He had a striker card for out of position, actually, which I believe was also 92 rated, but this one is going to be at right wing, and the card looks absolutely nasty, and hopefully we can end up getting that out of our Team of the Week pack. The next thing that we have been confirmed of is Rafael Leao is going to be the player of the month for Serie A. It was very controversial apparently, but he did end up winning it, and the card looks very good. But what we're going to see is, although he is in Milan, he's a very good card. People will probably do him. Depending on how they price it, there's going to be a big drop in price on cards like Theo Hernandez is out of position, because if people have that Theo Hernandez from Milan at left wing, unless they're really stuck on some sort of French link, they're going to replace that card with Leao. And so we could see a card like that drop in price a ton. On the other hand, we could see Fikayo Tomori's inform do well again. I mean, it's probably been the best card out of packs of any inform that we've seen so far this year. And it's continuing to get more and more links, with Benaker getting his upgrade and being very, very usable from Milan as well. Milan links are very common in this FIFA this year, so Rafael Leao is only going to add to those complementary links. So if you've got yourself an informed Tomori, I would not sell that. I think I would hold on to that, which is an exception to the rest of the market, because unless you've got a good complementary link to Leao, I would probably stay away. Now, there's one more player of the month that has been confirmed, I guess. It's not officially on the MoreFut website, but Fut Sheriff tweeted that FIFA Romania tweeted Almiron has won the player of the month for the Premier League instead of Erling Haaland, which was definitely a close one, but I can't say it wasn't deserved. Almiron ended up having a great month himself, and that's Paraguay, which is very tough to link, and there's not really a ton of Newcastle players that are super, super good this year, although there are a couple, and I'll go ahead and pull those up right now. So if we go to the top 5 leagues, actually, let's just go to here. We're going to go to Premier League, and we're going to go to Newcastle United here. So from Newcastle, we've got a couple of usable guys like Bruno Guimaraes, Alan St. Maximin, and Callum Wilson. I just don't see any of these cards booming in price because of the Almiron SBC. So there's certain complementary links that I love, and there's certain ones that I think you should probably stay away from. Now, although there isn't any risk with picking up a Callum Wilson, are there really going to be people in November picking up a Callum Wilson to add into their team just to fit in a Miguel Almiron, which I can't imagine is going to be an unbelievably good card. It will be a good card. It's a player of the month. It'll be usable, but it's not going to be ridiculous. And so I just don't see them going out of their way to get Callum Wilson in their team. Although Bruno Guimaraes does look okay, it's just not crazy good. But the risk is low. If you want to take a risk on Guimaraes, I don't think it's that much of a risk. I think that you could get in on that, and if it doesn't work out, you're probably getting out with the same amount of coins you put into. I wouldn't spend more than 13K on those cards, though. And yeah, it's just, nobody's going to be buying Schär. Nobody's going to be buying Callum Wilson. They might buy Bruno Guimaraes, and they might buy Alan St. Maximin, but on the other hand, he is 3K, but he's also 81 rated, and with all the packs that are coming soon, there's going to be so much supply to fight against that I just do not think that that is a good investment. If he rises, it's only going to be for a couple hundred coins, and it's going to be very temporary. So I would probably stay mostly away from complement links on this card, and that is saying something, because I'm a big proponent of pushing those complement links. I think that they've been working out really, really well this year. On the other hand, I do like Fikayo Tomori. I think that he's a decent investment, although I wouldn't be spending 277K on him. If we take a look at his actual price, it's definitely a little bit up right now. I think a lot of people hyped up for it. I would wait maybe even until Leao is released into the SBC, because if he's overinvested in here, which I believe he is, he was down at about 260K. I think that he's already gone up about 20,000 coins because of the Leao leak. I think there's so many investors in on this. I don't think it's going to be the SBC that changes the game, especially with all the content coming out. I think that he drops after release, similar to what happened with Nakata today. Nakata actually dropped in price after the Shinji Kagawa SBC came out, although I don't believe it was put on MoreFut. The Kagawa SBC was leaked. It was all over Twitter. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, @elite_, link in the description, you can see all of this. I retweeted or tweeted out. We'll see, well, Nakata is decently low right now. We'll see that he actually dropped upon the release of the SBC. So he had risen to 162. He didn't go up a ton, but a lot of investors in on him in a market that was already dropping. And he went all the way down to 137,000 coins. And then he rose back up to 150K. And it seems that as we get a little bit farther into the night, he's going back down. But I want to stress that one thing right there is that he did rebound. There was demand for Nakata. And that Shinji Kagawa SBC stinks. I mean, it's so overpriced even at 40K. I wouldn't waste my fodder on it. And Nakata only gives him 1 bar of chemistry, and you really can't build around him otherwise. And it still kind of worked. It still kind of went up a little bit on the rebound. So if a card like Leao comes out that is very meta, very usable, we've seen it already. We've seen it with his inform. We've seen it with his regular card even. We've seen how that pushed Tomori up the first time, and I think that the Leao that's existing at 86 rated there, you want to stay away from. I think the Teo Hernandez you want to stay away from because they're going to get replaced by this 87 rated card. So I would definitely stay away from both of those. Oh yeah, and you've got Serginho Dest if you did that ones to watch objective as well. Completely forgot about that card, honestly. It's actually sitting in my club right now. If I could reach it and you didn't shut down the servers, EA, I would be able to show you guys that. Nonetheless, guys, those are the cards that I would say are the safest to hold right now, those kind of guys, and I would pretty much offload anything else before things get a little bit nasty. Today, we did get a FUT base hero upgrade. I said that wrong. A base FUT hero upgrade that costs a little above 100,000 coins, and then with fodder, you can make it cheaper, of course, which isn't really cheap, but it's not overly priced, and a lot of people ended up doing it. And if you take a look at the 85 rated squad itself, you end up needing a few players of 86 rated. You need 3 of them in that squad alone. And then if you take a look at the 84 rated squad, you still need 2 of them. So you need 5 total minimum for 86 rateds exactly, which means those cards did end up going up today. If we take a look at the index 86 today, we can see an immediate spike in price, which is why I have a bunch of Laportes for 13K, and then boom, a huge spike in price for those 86 rated cards. And if we take a look at the index 85, we can see a little bit of a spike, but it did not hold that value. Some people went out and bought those cards, maybe in a rash investment to make some quick coins, but over the course of the day, it did not hold its value. If we take a look at 84 rated cards, they've held their value a little bit more, and 83 rated cards actually went up a decent bit today, because when you've got a couple of 86 rateds already in your team, well, you don't need a bunch of 84s and 85s to actually get an 84 or an 85 rated team. You just need some 82s and 83s. And so what we actually saw was 86s and 83s ended up having the biggest rise in price today, which means that 85s are very subject to rise, 84s could go up, and then anything above 86 rated is probably still on my radar for SBC fodder. Right now, you don't want to be buying into 86s. I think that they're close to their peak because they've been pushed up from the Hero SBC, and they're at 16K at the minimum. And then at 85 rated, we've seen these guys at 13K easily, and they're only 9,000 coins right now. Although we will get a lot of supply, we're going to get a lot of SBCs, and I think that SBC fodder is a safe way to go. That's why I've got Laportes instead of, you know, Alan St. Maximines, despite the fact that he's going to get that compliment link. I'm not holding on to meta cards. I'm not holding on to them because anything in packs that's meta right now is a risk. But SBC fodder, on the other hand, not so much. I think although there is going to be supply, there are going to be packs open. It's going to be outweighed by this by the SBC demand. In fact, that hero SBC is out for a full week, so you're going to see people completing it throughout the week, including me. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it once I build up a little bit more untradeable fodder and open a couple of my untradeable packs that I've been saving up for the World Cup promo. So with that being said, we're going to see a lot of SBCs done during this time, and I still think 87s, they're up a little bit. 88s are up a little bit. 88s, for me, look fantastic. I think those are really, really good investments. That's just me. That's my instinct on it. I think if you hold on to these cards for a week, you're going to be making coins. If you hold on to 89s, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're also a lot harder to pack. So any SBC that comes out that might need them, Leao's SBC isn't going to be cheap. I'm not sure it's going to be 89 rated, but you never know if they might require an 88 or an 89 rated in one of the more expensive teams. Maybe not a full team of 89s, but they might say minimum of one 89 rated player. And that alone would push these guys up. And that's just one SBC example. There's a lot that's coming. In fact, I do believe that we're probably going to get that base icon SBC sometime soon. It's been in the code for a while. We've been waiting on it. Some people thought it was going to drop in the last couple of days. It didn't. They ended up dropping the Foot Hero pack. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to prime icons coming out in December. I don't think they're going to wait until then to drop a base icon SBC. They're going to do it when base icons are a little bit more usable and hyped up and still relevant before most of the base icons drop in price when the prime icons end up coming out. So I think that's coming soon. I don't know when. It could be in a week. It could be in 2 weeks. But even if you don't want to spend a ton of coins and stack your transfer list with 100 of these guys, go ahead and club stock. Grab one of each and then wait, because you can just forget about those cards until you've made 5, 6, 7, 10K profit on those cards. And then you go back to them and it's like finding $20 in your pocket that you forgot about a couple of weeks ago. So that's what I would say for SBC fodder right now. And that's going to be it for today's video. Sorry I couldn't be actually on the game a little bit longer because EA decided to screw me over with both my video and my Correa investment. Thanks a lot, EA. But anyways, if you've made it to the end of the video, do not forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if it did end up helping you guys out, and the secret comment of the day is going to be servers down. Servers down, or just servers. You know, let's just say servers, okay? Because that was the main topic of today's video. So servers is going to be the secret comment of the day. You can include it in your comment and hide it somewhere. You can just type servers and comment that. No matter what you do, I'm going to drop a heart on everybody's comment that says that. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. The content is heating up for the World Cup. You guys can keep up with it here on YouTube with daily uploads, and then on Twitter for live updates on anything that I find. You guys could have gotten in on that Correa investment like me. I tweeted it out to the public. I got no Patreon. I'm not charging you guys for any of this. If I find something, I'm letting you know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.